That's challenging year for Nigeria 2024. We've got to see what we have never seen before. We've got to manage ourselves beyond how we used to manage ourselves. We have been exposed to managing ourselves the more. However, it's quite challenging when we talk about economy, politics, and governance. Let's start from economy. It was very challenging economic situation. You recall that during that period we have increment in the price of PMS, which was very, very challenging. You also recall that during that period we also have a forex problem, and you also recall that during that same period we have an inflation. Every macroeconomic indices were negative. However, we also have good news during that period, which is coming up of a refinery. In fact, there was a New Year gift of refinery. At all, it's not producing PMS, it's only geo and the kerosene. However, it shows that for the first quarter, which we are in already, 2025, I don't expect much for the economy. But second quarter, we are thinking with the incoming of the Dangote in 2024, with the working of the refinery, maybe we'll have a best and a good forex. That because transportation of PMS commodities are actually got about 40% of our forex, but now I don't think we are going to embark on that. Even though I'm of the opinion that we should still continue to import fuel in 2025, at all, maybe 10%, 15%, so that we can really have that competition. Then in terms of political intrigues, where it's a fallout of 2023, so President Bola is getting to stabilize this. But the major one was, I think, Okwebolo actually came to become the governor. So a lot of things actually happen politically, but when the economy is not stable, Nigerians may look away from the policy. Then in terms of governance, we've seen a lot of things, especially with what happens with the tax reform. Tax reform bring about political issues a lot, because you can see some people say no, especially a particular region say no, you can't just come and bring about this. And I agree with them to an extent, because people are looking at the tax reform policy itself. They may not be fighting tax reform policy. They may be trying to tell the president that no, Mr. President, you still have the say. You can't do everything hook, line, and sinker, because I recall that he removed solely the subsidy. He also bring about a flotation of naira. Then tax reform, they say you should come and consult us. And I think it's also buying time to actually achieve that. So for 2025, it's going to be interesting, because late 2025, we're expecting plan for election, because that's another thing. But we expect the government to not to allow that to affect governance, at least for this year. Next year, it will be what we cannot even tell him not to do, because it's the first timer, so he wants to go to the second time. But for economy, I think our president needs to do more. We need to tell him the fact that Nigeria are really feeling bad. And in his media chat I referred to, I was surprised when he made mention that a friend of him was using Rolls Royce before, and now he's using Honda. I tried to just oppose that to a poor man who eats 3 square meal. Are you now saying don't eat 3 square meal again? 1 square meal is enough. That's most people's interpretation.
All right. Well, I think that analogy got me there. That analogy got me there. Well, as it is right now, looking at the budget that was presented, so many people are expecting so much. Some persons are saying, well, there are some missing links. There are some provisions that are not there. And some persons are saying, in one of the papers this morning, it was talking about the fact that debt servicing, debt is going to become a thing that Nigerians will not have to worry about. Too much is being taken care of based on the budget. But some persons are still not satisfied with the budget. I remember what the president said when he was presenting the budget at the National Assembly, that every one of them stand elected, and people were like, oh, that statement, there is more to it, meaning people are, the presidency is focused on politicking instead of governance as a matter of fact, because Nigerians can actually read meaning to so many things. But then generally, let's look at the budget, the budget that was presented at the National Assembly. Do you notice missing links, or you feel, well, at the end of the day, because they said we're shifting it to everything to January, it's not something we can finish on time. Do you see that as maybe a way to do one or two maneuvering, or to do a balance or sort of?
Right. First and foremost, I think that budget falls short of my own expectation. One, why do we have to kill January to December calendar for anything? What could be the reason? Perhaps it could be maybe government expect tax reform to have passed, so they will now fix in the budget. So I think it's a very negative thing. Government Buhari was able to keep that calendar very, very well, restore it, and kept it for over